Shoot when they are like at the bottom, exactly when they jump, when they come down. Look at this, boom and boom. This is exactly how you wanna hit the second ability. Knocks the enemy up, I root them after that. Look at this, he knocks them up, I root the Seraphim, and easy peasy kill. Yo, what is up guys? Welcome to another Wild Rift video, and in today's video I will really show you how you can dominate your game on Jhin. And I think this video is gonna be important because I really feel like people are heavily underestimating Jhin. Like, I know he's not the best ADC, but he can still be pretty damn strong. So in the beginning part of this video, I'm gonna show you how to build Jhin. If you want to skip to the gameplay immediately, timestamps in the description. And today I have some crazy things, especially during today's video, I'm gonna tell you how to really hit the second ability, the root. Because I see so many Jhin players just missing it all like over and over again, while this is probably the most important ability. So enough about that, let's hop into the build right now. So I have a new build. I used to build Yumo's Ghostblade, but this is better. So Infinity Edge deals way more damage than Yumo's Ghostblade. However, there is only one weakness to it compared to Yumo's Ghostblade, which is that the item is very expensive. As you can see, Yumo's Ghostblade is 3000 gold, but Infinity Edge is 3400 gold. You are not going to be able to get Infinity Edge before the first dragon unless you get a kill. So, you know, the risk that you're taking with this build is if you don't get a single kill with Jhin in the early game, which is bad by the way, like with Jhin you are kind of supposed to be able to get kills early game because you're very strong, but if you can't get a kill, then you are not going to be as strong during the first dragon because, you know, this item is expensive. It's 3400 gold. So keep that in mind. That's the risk that you're taking with this build, but the payoff is huge because the damage that you're going to be dealing, oh my god. So let me explain. You get an Infinity Edge first. After that, you straight go for Boots of Swiftness immediately. Just go for them immediately because let me explain. When you go for Yumo's Ghostblade, you get a lot of movement speed, but with Infinity Edge, you get 0 movement speed. And Jhin needs movement speed. If you don't have movement speed on Jhin, it sucks really. So just straight up get the Boots of Swiftness. After that, build a rapid fire cannon, guys. And as you can see, you will already have 50% critical chance when you have these two items. And this is where you deal a lot of damage. Like, you demolish squishy targets. Absolutely demolish them when you have these two items. After that, Phantom Dancer. Not only does this item give you crit as well, so not only will you have 75% crit chance, this item also gives you the passive Lifeline. Damage that puts you under 35% HP grants you a shield. This is huge. Like, when enemies dive you, you know, when you're low, you just get the shield from this item. Absolutely huge on Jhin. So after these 3 items, you have so much crit. Like, when you're against a squishy composition, you always want to go for these 3 items first. If, listen carefully, if you're against a very tanky matchup, you can choose to buy Last Whisper. Just buy the Last Whisper and you know, let it there. Don't finish up the Mortal Reminder. Like, as your second item, you can just buy Last Whisper and you know, leave it there. I don't really recommend you to do this, but you can do this if you're against like Garen, Alistar, you know, very tanky champions. Okay, so after these 3 items, which you're likely going to build, in 90% of my games, I build these 3 items first. Get a Mortal Reminder. It's just always going to be worth it to get a Mortal Reminder as your 4th item on Jhin. Because it gives you 30% armor penetration, it gives you a lot of attack damage and grievous wounds. It's just overall a very good item on Jhin. However, if the enemy has 0 armor and 0 healing, and with 0 armor, I don't exactly mean 0 armor, but like almost no armor. So only one enemy has a Guardian Angel and no one else has any armor. You can choose to build a Guardian Angel 4th item as well. Now get this one if the enemy has a very aggressive comp. Like if they can dive you super hard, you can get a Guardian Angel. However, you can also get Yumo's Ghostblade as your 4th item. But it's kind of, you know, the thing is with Yumo's Ghostblade 4th item, I don't really recommend it, but you can do it for the movement speed. Because, see, the problem with it is the flat armor penetration is going to be useless in the late game. So I don't really recommend it, but if you feel like you really need more movement speed, you can still decide to get it. However, you know, if you get Yumo's Ghostblade, get it as your 1st item only. So keep that in mind, you know, if you get a Yumo's Ghostblade, get it as your 1st item. Like, you can get it as your 4th, but like the armor penetration is just useless, you know. So yes, So there's also some other interesting items on Jhin, like Static Shift, which could be really good for burst damage. But the thing is, you know, it has the same passive as Rapid Fire Cannon. So that's why I almost always go for Guardian Angel anyways, you know? Like normally Guardian Angel used to be like first item or second item because of the champion rune. But I still run champion rune with this build. You can still survive, but you just have to position really, really well. Like this build is gonna pay off really well if you're super good at Jhin. Okay, about the runes, Fleet Footwork. You always want to run Fleet Footwork on Jhin. Like Conqueror is really bad on Jhin because you can't really stack it up. Electrocute, no, like nothing is good except for Fleet Footwork because this one is going to give you the bonus movement speed. It's going to give you sustainability in lane, just very, very nice. You know, you can demolish your lane with the Fleet Footwork. As your second rune, Champion. Like you really want to get Champion on Jhin, guys, because Jhin is really all about the early. Oh, my camera just crashed. You can demolish the enemy in the early game, and you have to have the champion rune for that. So you can actually also get Brutal if you're still a beginner Jhin. I don't like Brutal because Brutal, like, you know, it just gives you less damage than the champion rune. So keep that in mind, you know, if you feel good enough on Jhin, you can get a champion rune. And if you don't, I still recommend you to get champion rune and just practice not dying. Because it's actually so easy to stay alive as a Jhin. Jhin is a certain champion that can just stay alive incredibly easily. Like the movement speed, his abilities, everything can make him stay alive. And with these runes, it's going to be even easier. Spirit Walker, again, you know, so you're super fast and enemies cannot slow you down. As your fourth rune, Sweet Tooth, so you can sustain in your lane. And as your spells, Flash and Barrier, again for the sustainability. That was it about the build part. Let's get into the gameplay. Alright, on to the gameplay. So this Jhin video is actually going to be very special. But before really starting the video, I want to announce something very exciting. So I mentioned earlier on in my YouTube channel that I'm going to make a full pentakill montage. Like a full video with only pentakills. I have a 7-minute video ready for you guys in this weekend. I think it's going to be tomorrow. It depends when I upload this video. Full of pentakills. And that video actually took a lot of effort to do. Like someone edited it and everyone applied to it. You know, I would really appreciate it if you can just give that video a like, you know, tomorrow. If that video, you know, tomorrow gets a lot of likes with the montage, I will do more of it. You know, like fails montage, Dragon Steel montages, outplay montages, reaction. You know, I have a lot in my head, but I wonder how good the video is gonna do. And if you like, I keep saying this, but please, if you make good plays, steal dragons, do something cool in game, make a clip of it and make one with a high resolution app. Like you can use Mobizen, screen recorder, like use a good screen recorder app and, you know, make some high quality recordings of those and save them because, you know, you might get in my YouTube video very soon. Look at this, guys. Look at this. This is where it all starts. This is where you know, the way that you have to play Jhin already starts. So let's talk about the second ability. You know, it's this is the one of the most important abilities in the game, in the game for Jhin. And like, I don't know about you guys, but whenever I see Jhin players, they always miss this ability for some reason. Like they just never pay attention to it. So in this video, I'm gonna really show you and explain to you how to use your second ability. So let me explain. The first easy way to hit your second ability is if your team stuns the enemy. For example, Alistar. If the Alistar knocks up the enemy, you can then, after the knock up, hit your second ability. Here, look at this. Boom. The Rakan knocked the Ezreal up. Easy peasy hit. This is just... Please, guys, listen carefully to this because you can get really good at Jhin if you understand the concept of his second ability. Jhin's second ability is not meant to be randomly thrown. It is meant to follow up on CC. This is a chain CC ability. So when the Rakan knocks the enemy up, I root them after that. Look at this. He knocks them up, I root the Seraphim, and easy peasy kill. This is how easy it is, guys. And this is what you have to do on Jhin. If you don't play like this, you're not gonna play Jhin to his full power. Like probably not even half of his power. By the way, I'm also playing with a really good Rakan. So, you know, here I gave him credits. Like, good job, man. So when you play with a Rakan, this is also very interesting. Like, this is a very good combination with Jhin. When you play Jhin Rakan, and listen carefully here, guys, you want to position aggressively when the Rakan goes in. So the Rakan is always going to be behind you because Rakan can dash to you with his third ability. So you have to position aggressively. So when the Rakan dashes to you, he gets close enough to the enemy and then he can knock them up with the second ability and then dash back to you. And when he knocks them up, you use your root. So another very important thing to know about the second ability of Jhin is don't immediately use it when the enemy is stunned. The way that you want to use it is wait for, like, let's say that Rakan knocks them up, like let's say they're here, knocked up. Don't shoot when it's here. Shoot when they are like at the bottom, exactly when they jumped, when they come down. Look at this, boom and boom. This is exactly how you wanna hit the second ability. You have to wait for the CC, because if you do this, you're gonna be able to effectively stun the enemy for like 3 seconds, and they cannot flash away. They cannot flash away. So wait, just wait. Be patient, guys. Like when here he does it, and boom! I actually missed. Wow, that was just my fault because I just missed it, to be honest. But that's the timing that you want to have, guys. You know, the enemy gets stunned. You wait for the stun to run out, and then exactly when the stun runs out, you shoot your second ability to root them for even longer. Okay, so that, you know, that is a very, 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 very important thing on Jhin, and I really want you guys to, you know, apply this to your Jhin games. By the way, you know, give this video a like if you're enjoying it. It really helps the YouTube channel, it helps with the algorithm and blah, blah, blah. Just, you know, give it a like if you want to support me and you're enjoying the content. Also doing a 15 skin giveaway. You know, all you gotta do to enter is put down a comment under this video. Okay, so, oh, yeah, we got the dragon somehow, but we kind of screwed this one up. As you can see, wait. Yeah, as you can see, the Fiora is actually very tanky, and the enemies just killed all of us. This is really bad. So in a situation like this, you know, when you're playing Jhin, just relax. You know, you're not gonna be able to kill the enemies, and you don't want to die because you have a champion rune. You know, my teammates died. It's okay, whatever. You know, as long as I don't die. So as a Jhin, it's very, very important to try and stay alive. To try and stay alive. You really don't want to die. It's like super bad if you die on Jhin. By the way, you know, it's actually my birthday in 2 weeks. My birthday is the 4th of June, and I'll be turning 21 years old in like 2 weeks, which is kind of crazy. Oh, he missed it. So sad. So yeah, my birthday is in 2 weeks. I don't know what I'm gonna do for my birthday, but you know, pretty exciting stuff for me at least. So with Jhin, up until, like, whenever you have your champion... Oh, look at this. I root him, of course, to save myself. Boom. No other boom? Boom. Look at this ultimate. Oh, I missed. Unfortunately, we weren't able to kill him. Look at this. Oh, my camera froze. Look at this, guys. There's 4 enemies around me. I cannot go anywhere. I cannot go anywhere. This is like the meme with like, you know, the 4 guys standing behind the couch, and there's like a little girl waiting on the couch to be, you know, and I'm like the little girl here right now. I just got gangbanged to my lane. I couldn't escape that. I was just dead. I was doomed. They were all 4 waiting for me. But it's good because my team is actually going for the Rift Heraldor, and they're forcing a 3 versus 2 situation. So about Jhin's ultimate. So a very good tip that I can give you about Jhin's ultimate is use it after you root an enemy. Because when you root an enemy with your second ability, the first hit of your ultimate is gonna be free because the enemy is rooted, right? You can hit the enemy for free. And when you hit an enemy with your ultimate, they get slowed. So if you get the first hit for free, it's obviously gonna become way easier to hit the follow-up shots as well. So this, you know, this is just a very easy tip that I have for you on how to use the ultimate. Root the enemy, like here, root the enemy and then use your ultimate. That's what you want to do. Look at this Orianna though, he's very low. I just saw him coming from the map, so I rotated and I killed him. Very, very easy. Oh my god, look at that Vanguard damage, crazy. What was I gonna say? Oh, about the traps. Okay, so this is also a very important thing. So you can actually use his third ability for way more things than you guys may think. Let me explain like pretty much all the ways that you can use it. First of all, as a ward. You know, your third ability is literally a ward. Like as you can see, I put one over there, you know, in the bush. Do you guys see it? That's a ward. You know, it's just a ward. I want to see where the enemies are. You can also throw them deep into the enemy jungle, you know, as wards, but also as traps to be annoying to them. During a team fight, before a team fight, you can do another thing with it, which is throw them at choke points. throw your third ability at choke points, so whenever the enemy wants to run away or engage, they have to run through your traps, which gives your team an advantage, of course. Yet another way that you can use it is if you root an enemy, you know, with your second ability, if you stun them, root them, sorry, you can throw your third ability behind them. Because when they're rooted, you know, you're probably like they're probably gonna run away, and when they run away through your trap, they're gonna get slowed as well. So obviously, it's a very, very strong tool for that one as well. Like, you know, when you root them, just throw your third ability behind them as well. And yet another way to use your third ability is wave clear. It's also really, really good to clear waves with. So these are pretty much like all of the ways that you can use it, and I don't see a lot of Jhin players really utilize it effectively. So I really hope you guys are listening carefully to me here, because Jhin is actually my favorite champion in the game. So I really know what I'm doing on Jhin. I've played a lot of games on this champion. So, you know, please guys, do these things that I just said and make Jhin meta. I really want Jhin to be meta again. I want to see people play Jhin. Yeah, you know, just take their thingy and go back. Now I have a rapid fire cannon. And this is such a big power spike because you'll have 50% crit chance. I even have more. I have 60% now because I got another crit item. And you'll have the bonus range from the rapid fire cannon. What this is going to allow you to do is easily hit the enemy with a basic attack. And your basic attack is also going to give you the fleet footwork proc. Like, look at this. You know, whenever I hit him, I get fleet footwork as well. So it's going to make me faster. Like, look, boom. You see that? I become faster because of the fleet footwork. And these are the little things that you can also utilize, by the way, you know? Whenever you hit an enemy with the rapid fire cannon, the fleet footwork gives you bonus movement speed, so you can easily catch up to them. Very, very easily, guys. Keep that in mind. Let's take a look at this. You know, I'm just staying next to my team. This is a full tank Wukong. Like here, I dealt like 0 damage to him, and I was like, wait, why am I dealing 0 damage to him? So I checked out his build, and he's building full tank Wukong. So I told my team about it, you know? Let's take a look here. You know, they engage. I just use my ultimate and they just can't do anything. He's trying to dive me. Oh, this is another way that you can use your third ability, guys. Listen, listen. So you can also use your third ability during a 1v1. When the enemy engages on you, throw your third ability, the trap, on top of yourself and run around it. Because if you run around it, the enemy has to walk into it and they're gonna get slowed, they're gonna get damaged. So yes, this is another way that you can use the third ability, guys, you know? Use it to zone out an enemy when you're in a 1v1 situation. Especially a melee champion like Wukong. Because he's not gonna be able to reach you, like he's gonna be super slowed and you are super fast. Oh, the Wukong is trying to engage. He's tanky, but he's still gonna die. Yeah, he gets rooted and he's just dead. You know, he can't do anything. But keep this in mind with Jhin, guys. You can always still lose a game when you're playing Jhin. This champion is not that strong in the late game. Well, he is strong, but if the enemy, if you are level 15 full build and the Jinx is level 15 full build, she's gonna demolish you. A level 15 full build Jinx, Kai'Sa, Vayne, Ezreal, anything is better than Jhin, guys. Keep that in mind, okay? Like, you really have to keep this in mind because like you wanna push, snowball, get dragons, get barons with Jhin, so you can give your team advantage as well. So you know the difference between you and the enemy ADC in the late game is not gonna lose you the game, because if you have 3 dragons anyways, you know it could compensate for that difference because your mid laner, your jungler, everyone is gonna be fed in your team. So you get my point here, guys. With Jhin, you really wanna get ahead, not only you but also the rest of your team. Yeah, you know, I just randomly ulted them here. Because why the hell not? Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to tomorrow, because tomorrow I'll be uploading the pentakill montage. I'm actually very excited for it. I really wonder if you guys are gonna like it or not, because a lot of work has gone into it. So, you know, I'm very curious how that's gonna go. Very curious. And as I said, you know, save your clips as well. So, you know, I can feature them in the next montages that I'm going to make. Because I want to make more of them. Unless the community really doesn't like them. So that's why I'm excited to see, you know, what the reaction of you guys is going to be to those montages. Yeah, you know, at this point, as you can see, like, my team is just so ahead that we just win the game. Like, here you can see that I'm really not dealing that much damage anymore. Even though I'm, like, snowballing the game. And that's the thing with Jhin. When you're playing against tanks, Jhin deals 0 damage. And you know, even with the Mortal Reminder, like true, with the Mortal Reminder, you're gonna deal significantly more damage, but it's still like, you know, Jhin is so bad against the tanky matchup, guys. Like, you're really gonna lack damage. But here, as you can see, we snowballed the game, and this is how you win on Jhin, guys. During this game, how many times did I hit my second ability? Like, I think like 90% of the times or something. And that is what you want to do on Jhin, guys. You really want to hit it very, very often. So let's take a look at how much damage I dealt, because Jhin doesn't really deal that much damage. However, in this game, I still dealt the most damage for my team. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this Jhin video, and yeah, let me know. No, I don't know what you should let me know, but yeah, kind of awkward, but I will see you all in the next Wild Rift video. Bye bye.